I'm starting this video in the car because I'm about to go grocery shopping to eat like Adele. If you're new here, my name is Casey, or the Real Housewife of Nebraska. One of the video series I'm working on is celebrity diets. I've already eaten like J-Lo and Kendall Jenner. I'll post links to those videos down below in the description box. But today, I'm coming for you, Adele. Why, Adele? Well, in case you're not up to date, the celebrity has been making headlines for much more than just her singing. She's lost a lot of weight. I mean, a lot of weight during the pandemic. So, how did she do it? Let's dive in. Adele followed the Sirtfood Diet. Never heard of it? Well, me neither, until Adele's weight loss. It restricts calories, especially the first few days, and includes foods that boost a protein called sirtuin. These foods are healthy, and experts say they could also lead to a longer life. Foods include blueberries, kale, and even dark chocolate. So talking about dark chocolate, I just went to the grocery store, like I said I was going to, and that's one of the things I bought there. A few things I had at my house that I'm gonna need, but of course, as you can see, I'll go to this side of the table so I have better lighting. These were the things I picked up in my Adele haul. So we have boneless, skinless chicken breasts, which we're almost out of at home. These, I don't know how you say these, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find them at our small grocery store, but I did. So if you know how to say them, please comment down below, but maybe I would guess medjool dates. I got some Thai chili sauce, turmeric. God, I'm gonna sound really smart in this. Turmeric. Baking cocoa, walnuts, I know what those are. I got quite a few green apples, which I normally don't love, but they're supposed to go in this juice that Adele drinks all the time, along with one red apple. Avocados, which I eat all the time. Ginger. We'll see how that tastes. I don't think I've ever really had much for ginger before. Quite a few lemons. She uses lemons a lot. One tomato, and then one red onion, and all sorts of green stuff. We have arugula, we have kale, and I have to look at my list of what the other one is. Parsley, that's what it is. So kale, parsley, celery, and if you can't guess from all this stuff, she drinks green juices. A lot of green juices. The last thing on the list that I found, and I was surprised I found this too, is buckwheat. There was one other item that I bought that I forgot to point out because I actually ordered it ahead of time online because I didn't know if my grocery store would have it, and that's this matcha powder. Of course, a lot of celebrities talk about this, and Adele must use it a lot. So yeah, matcha powder. I'll post down below in the description box where I bought it in case you're interested. And while you're there, of course, I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and the bell and became part of this Real Housewife YouTube family. I'm planning on doing more celebrity diets like this. At least I'm planning to do that. And I would like to hear from you whether or not you like videos like this and you think I should do more videos like this. Let me know by giving this video either a thumbs up or commenting down below that you like these type of videos. Anyways, moving on, this diet is broken down into two phases. Of course, today we're starting phase number 1. The first phase lasts a week, and the second phase lasts 2 weeks. During these first 3 days of this first phase, it can be pretty difficult for a lot of people. Why? Because you're only supposed to eat 1,000 calories. Yeah, 1,000 calories. So I'm not looking to lose, a ton of weight. I'm just gonna try it for one day so you know what it's like. I think Camille's a little bit more excited for this diet than I am. This is my daughter Camille, and she's gonna help me in making what you better like if you're gonna try this diet. It's her green juice, and in fact, for these first 3 days, all you're supposed to have are 3 of these green juices and then 1 meal that is rich in cert foods. So let's hope we like this green juice, right? You're a little nervous? Okay, so this is what, Camille, can you take this lemon and squeeze that? So we're gonna need a lemon.
Squeeze it?
Yep, squeeze it, because we just need the juice for it, okay? And then we have 2 to 3 celery stalks with the leaves. You're supposed to leave the leaves in there. Half a green apple, which if you notice from my haul, there's a lot of green apples. Which I'm not a big fan of a green apple. Here, Camille.
I am.
Do you? Here, try a bite of this. Like, I feel like, I mean, these Granny Smith apples are just sour, no?
Kind of.
We don't have a juicer, so we're gonna attempt to use it in this food processor. We'll see how this works. But anyways, I feel like, I kept thinking, I'm feeling a little bit of like, water or something over here, and now I'm realizing you must be squeezing the lemon juice on me. Are you getting it in there good? Okay, good. But I can imagine with like the lemon and these green apples that it's going to be like a little sour. This right here is, you're supposed to have like 1 inch to half an inch of fresh ginger, which I'm not really sure. Do you want to try a bite of fresh ginger, Camille?
No.
No, that's probably not a good idea. Are you doing okay there? Yeah, you're doing pretty good. We have a lot of greens, of course, so you're supposed to have in it. And a good thing we have a small hand and a large hand, because when I was looking up the directions for this, it does it in large handfuls and small handfuls. I think that's pretty good. Good job, Camille. Okay, so first we need, for the small handful, it says a very small handful of parsley. So here's our parsley. Yep, you should do that. If I can rip it off. Okay, parsley. There we go. 1 very large hand of arugula. Okay, and then we need 2 large handfuls of kale, which when I was trying, what was that, Jennifer Lopez's diet, I think. I'll link that, as I said before, down below in the description box. But when I was trying that, I wasn't a fan of kale, but now I actually love kale. I think it's one of those things where when you get used to it, you like it a little bit better. This is packed, huh? Our poor food processor. Do you think it's gonna work? Almost got everything in there though. I think, let me check. Kale check, arugula check, parsley check, celery, green apple, ginger, lemon, and then we just need a half teaspoon of this sucker, of this matcha green tea. Yep, press on. It's not liquidy. Maybe we need to add a little water. I've heard that before from people, but then they add ice and what do you think? Okay, girls, bottoms up. Let's cheer. Ready? Cheer to healthy green drinks.
Oh, I didn't even try. It doesn't smell good.
This is more like a food than a drink. I feel like it needs...
I'm scared. Okay.
I mean, it tastes healthy. Like, I have a feeling that you could feel pretty full after drinking this because, you know, it's not that great. And you'll be like sipping on this all morning. Well, today I'll be sipping on this all morning and all afternoon and all evening. It's finally supper time and it's sunny outside. The day's looking up. Those green juices didn't really make me 100% full, so I'm super excited for supper, to say the least. And for supper, we're having the Sirtfood Diet Super Salad. I've been taste testing it as I've been making it, and it actually tastes really good. It's basically made out of arugula. That's what you mainly see. Tuna on the side, but you can do it with salmon, or I think there's one other meat. Mostly people do it with salmon, but we had tuna on hand, so that's what we're using. Avocado, who doesn't love avocado? Walnuts, capers. I actually did have capers on hand, believe it or not, from a video I did on Joanna Gaines recipes. I'll link that down below in the description box in case you're interested in that. That date that we talked about earlier, I put that in here, and I actually tasted it as I was making this salad. I don't know if I'm like that hungry that I love the date, but I love the date. A tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, the juice of a quarter lemon, some parsley, celery, and red onion. Yay, supper time. Good morning, everyone. On this second day, I'm going to eat like you would during phase 1 of the diet, days 4 through 7. Now you can eat 1,500 calories, so a little bit more, and you can eat 2 meals instead of 1, and 2 more green juices. Happy breakfast time, everyone. Now, I would like to point out that I did learn a couple tricks with this juice. Number 1, adding ice helps a lot. Drinking it cool is much better, I personally think. And then number 2, I did squirt a little bit more lemon into it, and I prefer it that way. It's lunchtime, and I actually get to eat lunch today, so that's exciting. I'm making one of the Sirtfood Diet foods again, and it is called, get this, it's a mouthful, chicken breast with kale and red onions and a tomato chili salsa. You're supposed to start with making the salsa, and for that, it has 5 ingredients. Everything needs to be finely chopped for it. And I started with the tomatoes. You want to make sure you reserve as much juice as possible. And then you're going to use juice of a quarter lemon. You're technically supposed to have like 1 Thai chili that you finely chop. I couldn't find that at my grocery store. I live in a smaller town, so I bought Thai chili sauce. Hopefully that works okay. Then you need also 2 tablespoons of parsley. Hey Eve, can you be quiet for 1 second? Sorry. 2 tablespoons parsley, and then a tablespoon of capers. Everything needs to be finely chopped. So the next step is to make something to marinate the chicken in. So you'll have that boneless, skinless chicken breast, and then you need a teaspoon of turmeric, and then the juice of a quarter lemon. So altogether you're gonna need, juice of half a lemon, and then a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. In the meantime, I have the oven set at 425 degrees. But before you put the chicken in the oven, it says you're supposed to heat it on a frying pan for about a minute on each side. And then once you do that, you'll transfer it to the oven and then bake it for about 8 to 10 minutes, or of course until the chicken is, heated all the way through. So now I'm gonna add a little bit more extra virgin olive oil back in here. And then I've chopped up a quarter cup of red onions and then a teaspoon of fresh ginger. And then we're gonna put it in here. Evie, you wanna help me? Yeah, you can help me, but this part here is really hot, okay? So we're gonna wait for that, Evie. And we're supposed to kind of like, just get it a little softened, but not like super soft, if that makes sense.
Yeah, My lady.
Should we go get kale now? We need to get 3/4 cup kale. So there's Camille. You guys getting hungry, aren't you? So we need kale, Eve. Got a whole lot of green stuff in here. Which one do you think the kale is? Oh, we got some ice. I think this, yeah, you're right, Eve. There is the kale. So we need a 3/4 cup. We don't have a steamer, so we're gonna try to make our own steamer. You think we're gonna be able to do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to steam that kale. And then after we steam it, Eve, we're gonna add it in with these red onions and ginger right here. Eve, you got that 3/4 cup of kale? Then you're gonna put it in here, okay? Yep, pour it right in there. Good job, sweetie. Yep, the 3/4 cup. There we go. So this is how we're gonna attempt this. I was reading about this online. So we just have hot water here, and then we're gonna put that on top of it. And the water's not really supposed to quite touch it. It's just supposed to be, you know, steaming it. So we'll see how that works. We're doing some hot work, huh, Eve? So we've had this steaming for around 5 minutes like it said. Oh, talking about hot work, I almost didn't get this on my oven mitt. That could have been bad. And after 5 minutes of steaming, we're supposed to add it in there for a little while. We finished it, Eve, and look how good it looks without trying to tip it over. Ugh, I got a little on the table still, but it looks really good. Hopefully it tastes really good. As you can kind of notice, it's really a lot of chicken. So what I think we're gonna do, Eve, is we're gonna have some of this chicken for supper and have gloves. You're gonna need gloves again because we're gonna make buckwheat to go along with some of our leftovers for supper.
Add gloves.
You think it smells good?
I think I'll like it without the green stuff.
Yeah, you can have it without the green stuff. Evie might like it with ketchup.
Yeah, I like it with ketchup.
Lunch turned out super good, super good. I would highly recommend it. And my favorite part actually was that kale, red onion, ginger mix on the side. Yeah, good, easy to make. And the way I steamed the kale actually worked out. So if you don't have a steamer, you can just do it that way. It worked out. So I'm gonna eat some of the leftovers of that for supper along with buckwheat. I've never tried buckwheat before, so there's a lot of firsts in this. This says it's pretty easy to make. You just combine 1/4 cup of this, 3/4 cup water, a pinch of salt, put it in a microwave safe bowl, stir it, microwave on high for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you're supposed to stop every 30 seconds and stir it. In all honesty, I'm not sure what to think about this buckwheat. I'm not a big oatmeal fan and things like that, but we'll give it a try. It's okay. I mean, it kind of has that whole quinoa taste. I'd compare it to quinoa, which I'm okay with too. It's not like I love it. Today I'm going to eat like you would during the second phase of the diet, which lasts 2 weeks. During that phase, you only have to drink 1 green juice and eat 3 balanced Sirtfood meals. Yes, 3 meals. Also, you focus more on what you eat rather than how much. I already like this phase. So as I mentioned, I get to eat 3 meals, which means I get to eat breakfast. And not only eat breakfast, but chocolate for breakfast. These are what you call Sirtfood Bites. I found the recipe online, and they include walnuts, dark chocolate, some more of those dates, cocoa powder, turmeric, EVOO, and vanilla. And they are delicious. What do you think?
Very good.
Very good, aren't they? Would you eat this for breakfast more? For lunch today, I didn't have a whole lot of time to make stuff. Plus, I took a while making breakfast, and I'm gonna make a supper tonight. So, what I'm gonna eat is old trusted celery and hummus. I actually got into this when I was doing Kendall Jenner's diet, and I love it now. Celery and hummus together, it's tasty, good for you, and if you're trying to lose weight, great for a diet. Here is what supper looks like tonight, and it is a Sirtfood salad that I found off the foodnetwork.com website. The base of it is kale. There's a little bit of parsley, some celery, green apples, walnuts, and then for the dressing, it is extra virgin olive oil with lemon juice and ginger. So we'll see how it tastes. It's okay. Yep, it's not bad. It's not as good as the other salad, but it's good. So here's the moment you've been waiting for. What I think about the diet. First of all, I want to point out that before you start any diet, of course, you should consult your medical professional, right? That's the right thing to do. Second of all, I will point out that during those first 2 days of the diet, I weighed myself and I lost 2 pounds. So I lost 2 pounds in 2 days. So yes, you can lose weight through this diet for sure, especially if you do it for the full amount. So there's that, the weight loss. I know some people are saying that there's too much of a drastic cut in calories for this, but I guess if you're trying to lose weight, you know, what's worse, being overweight or cutting the calories? I guess you can decide. But I do think that I like that at the end, it focuses on what you eat rather than how much. And by cutting out some foods, one thing I have noticed is I used to be a sugaraholic, but the more I stay away from sugar, the less I crave it. So if you start to pay attention to what you eat rather than how much, I think that's beneficial. So once again, talking about thumbs up, I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everyone.